Alright, so here is me trying a 2010 Giant Anthem 29er in large. But because the geo has changed quite a bit, my medium feels about the same as this thing. Super steep head angle, 71 degrees, long stem. I had like a quick ride. I could still track stand with this thing. See how it goes. Kind of nervous, but gotta make the trail more difficult. Alright, first ride, 2010 Giant Anthem. Oh, you got the multiple upshift too.
So
nice.
The video here is kind of to experiment and see whether or not the bike matters more or the skill of the rider.
Figure out where the drop levers are.
So before getting on this bike, I really have like an idea that the geometry matters.
Okay, could still do it
more
on this
than
bike,
anything, really, because it has progressed so much. Makes the bike easier and more stable to ride.
Weird.
So this Giant Anthem 29 large feels around the same as my medium Nukeproof Scout. It's a little shorter wheelbase.
Oh, they've made it easier now.
Main issue is that the stem is really long. So through small little twitchy movements of the bars, I mean the bars are actually decent. They feel like 720s, so it's not completely not modern or unusable. So you can totally ride this bike. I was actually doing more than I thought I was gonna have the guts to do on this bike, because kind of when you're used to a long slack bike, it really runs on autopilot.
It still kind of sends. It's not
requires, well, I would say it self-stabilizes, whereas a shorter bike with steeper head angle like this, I mean, my Scout's head angle is 64 degrees versus the 71 on this thing. And even though I'm doing some of the steep stuff, I mean, it's not a prolonged descent in Cunningham. It's still, I can still stay in the middle of the bike surprisingly well. I mean, the chain clanked because he had the clutch off. I didn't realize this thing had a clutch on the derailleur, so that silenced it. But it felt like the chain was going to drop off constantly on this thing because it's still running a 2x. But again, that doesn't feel like it's a hindrance either. I was doing log rolls and I did not bash the front chain ring at all like I thought it would. Because the front chain ring is only a 38 teeth, so it's not humongous.
Made no difference.
If it was a triple, it probably would get bashed. But in the end, I guess if you are familiar with how to ride a bike or how to handle a bike, I was able to track stand this thing. I could still bunny hop a little on this thing, on the first try. So I guess to learn on a bike like this, it totally is. Makes it a little more difficult because it's really hair trigger, it's really responsive, really twitchy. But if you already know how to ride, you can pretty much make anything work. I guess that's what it really comes down to. But I kind of got cocky on one of the jumps, and I was really sending it, and I was slightly off kilter on my on the handlebars on the jump, and then I fell and jammed my finger. And since his grips are so skinny,
I'm able
I had to grab really tight. My thumb couldn't make a closed fist, so I ended up hopping back on my bike. So once I hopped back on my own bike, besides the fact I'm super familiar with it, it's like
first run down.
You pretty much don't. The bike kind of just does everything for you in terms of stability in the air. You just ride it, and the bike goes send, and then you land back on your two wheels. That's it. Even if the wheels are slightly crooked, the bike just kind of auto-corrects itself and just lands straight no matter what. So I guess that's really the main difference between the bikes.
That one bounced me a little bit.
And also, this full suspension bike, it's a carbon frame with an alloy wheel triangle. So it actually is lighter than my hardtail. You know, so yeah, that's basically what the purpose of this video was, I guess. So thanks for watching. Bye.
All right. Jetline round 2. Giant Anthem XC bike from 10 years ago. Initially, I thought this thing was going to be a death trap. But hey, I guess in the end, this proves my biasm wrong. A bike is a bike in the end, I guess. Dropping! More commitment this time. Try the other one. Ooh, bailed out on that one. Gotta try that. Round 3 on the XC bike. That's why I get the talking shit. And it bit me in the ass. Dropping! Thumb hurts, but oh well. Oh my god, I'm gun shy now.
No, you lost
Ooh.
you lost your speed when you. Nice.
Ooh, that was
Look, that's
butter.
nice.
Don't try those tables. You lost all speed.
Nice. Good job. Nice.